At Auckland's Manukau Heads, the fishing boat Poseidon has run aground on a notorious stretch of coastlines, while the Westpac helicopter airlifts the crew to safety.
Got your contact with Westpac, but they're currently lowering a crew member on board. Right about the helicopter, HV standing off the next on him.
The skipper has dropped on the beach to stay with the wreck, while the other two crew members opt to return to Auckland in the helicopter. With the crew safely clear, the question is what's to be done with the stranded boat.
I don't know how they would recover it off the beach, to be honest. It's because of Whatapu being so remote, there's not really much chance of getting any heavy salvage gear out onto the beach. The beach is too soft.
The Coastguard head back across the treacherous Manukau Bar, but will return at high tide to help with a salvage attempt. On the beach, skipper Greg Stewart is left contemplating the disaster that's befallen him.
Woke up to this, really. Nah, the crew that was on watch went to sleep. Didn't wake the other fella up when he, or couldn't wake him up or something, I don't know. I haven't talked to them properly about it, but no one woke me up anyway. I was meant to be woken up 5 mile off the bar and yeah, woke up when we first hit. I didn't know exactly where we were and you know, the waves were breaking over the boat and that. So yeah, I put a mayday out on channel 16 and yeah, the Coast Guard responded and did a good job.
What's your chances, do you reckon you'll be able to get the boat floating again?
Well, I'll tell you tomorrow.
Words got out about the stranding, but at least Greg hasn't lost his sense of humour.
No, I'm collecting pippies. Yeah, I've got a permit from the iwi. I just need one from them to park the boat there.
And he can't resist going in for a closer look.
Sprung a bit, eh? Yeah, well, when those waves were smashing over, it's filled it up with water. But yeah, it's definitely had a good pounding on the bottom to be sprung along there where it's leaking out. I suppose we'll know a little bit more later on, but yeah, doesn't look good at this stage.
Just when he needs it most, help arrives in the form of the Auckland Regional Council, an insurance inspector and salvage expert.
Well, I'm just going to assess it to find out whether we can, or whether the salver can actually get it off, or they just strip it and get as much gear as they can off it. But our other concern is the diesel in it, trying to make sure we don't get diesel along the beach. If it doesn't come off, then it stays and we'll be picking it up in a million pieces, you know.
Do you still hope to float it at this stage?
Well, not now. We need to dig a hole so that it falls into the hole.
Yeah.
And then a channel for it to pull out on.
Well, basically, she's got a couple of sprung planks, so in the stern. At the moment, we'll just let what water we can drain out, and then we'll patch it up so that we've got a bit more buoyancy later on. But we've also got to run a couple of anchors out the stern of it so that she doesn't turn side onto the beach. If she goes side onto the beach, you're probably just about to lose the boat completely then.
It's a race against time to lighten the vessel enough to attempt a refloat on the next high tide.
Now, it's been a few hours now. Are you feeling a little bit better about it, or?
Worse.
Feeling worse?
Okay, you guys have to give me as much slack as you can.
Volunteers on the beach help Andy get the anchor out into the surf line. With the tide still receding, the salvage team discuss their recovery strategy.
You'll snap the bollard before you'll pull it out of the boat, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so who's going to do what?
We're going to have to get some water out of that fish room before we can do much down there.
Okay, so we're going to get the pumps down. We should be able to get the pumps down.
If I get Kirk and Simon organising the fish room, we've got to get the fish out and the lead out, and I'll start going through and having a look to see what damage I can see.
A digger from Karikari arrives to carve a channel in the sand back out to the deeper water. The team decide to get a tug to try and pull the stranded vessel off the beach on the next high tide. On board, they attempt to pump the hull dry and remove 5 tons of spoiled fish from the hold. With as much weight removed as possible in a trench dug to deeper water, the salvage team finalise details on how best to refloat the boat.
Yeah, well, 2 of us got to go on the boat. Well, 2, possibly 3, because we've got to man the pumps. I mean, if she starts taking more water than we want, so we're going to have to, work fairly fast. I've got 2 dive torches, so
Right,
I'll give you one to keep with you all the time. It's just imperative that we keep in contact with each other.
Yeah.
And if we do go in the water, you know, we keep together, all right?
Yep.
I'll make up a small line that we can hold on to each other.
With the tide coming quickly back in, Greg contemplates the worst-case scenario.
Yeah, if the rope breaks, I think. Potential to chop someone in half.
An Auckland Harbour Board tug has been dispatched from Onehunga and is standing by, waiting for the high tide rescue attempt to save the stricken vessel. As the tide starts to rise, the boat takes even more of a pounding. The Kari Kari surf life-saving rib has also been called.
We just may need a bit of a hand to get any lines from the surf line at
There's no time to lose, and everyone's role is crucial to the success of the operation. The rib returns with the tow ropes. With the tide surging back in, the lines must be secured to stop the boat going fatally side-on to the breakers.
All right, so we've got to get that cross back up to there now, okay? So just all hang around here because we might need help.
Okay.
As the sun goes down and the surf builds, it's now or never for the salvage team. With the line successfully attached aboard, the tug slowly drags the Poseidon out through the waves.
Yeah, well, basically we want to get back to Onehunga without it sinking. We've got 2 pumps there, but we're going to have to keep chasing the water because she's badly strained. So if we can get through the surf and she's still afloat, well, we've done quite well.
What is my gut feeling today? I've had to come off today and it's off, so yeah, it's all good.
There's no time to lose as Curly gets the hard word from the tug's crew.
She's almost floating at waterline level, and I would say if they get out here ASAP, they've got a good chance at this stage. She's floating stem downwind, obviously get out here ASAP.
Kari Kari Surf Rescue take Gary and Andy out to the now floating Poseidon to man the pumps and hopefully make it back into the safety of the Manukau Harbour. The Poseidon made it safely to port, but due to extensive water damage she was deemed a complete loss and put up for sale. While the owner awaited offers, vandals broke aboard and set fire to the wheelhouse. A buyer was eventually found in Dunedin. The new owner plans to convert the Poseidon into a pleasure boat.